Right, so back to Monday Masterboard. Are you joining in? Hope so. Or getting some ideas for your Masterboard? Of course, you might just be watching for fun, and that's fine too. So, book page today. I'm going to do a book page Masterboard, and I have got a neat idea of what I want to do with it afterwards. So we'll get some of this ripped up, because the book page is not ripped up, as you can see. So that's come out of my scrappy bits. These and that one. These have all come out of that little book page folder that I have. I've shown you before. Just the little one that I have ready to grab at. Can you see it's a bit close to you, that, isn't it? Is that better? Yeah, so it's got all sorts of bits of book that I've taken apart, or pages that I've pulled out and then not used. Some pictures, but mostly text. And you see, you get the idea. There's tons of different books in there. Perfect for when I just want a piece, or for this task. So I've got a piece of, because I'm looking for all different text. So that's a children's book, Brer Rabbit. So that's nice big text. This looks like, it's out of the back of a sort of a botanical book explaining about the pictures in it. That's lovely writing, and font, I should say. And it's nice paper, that, as well. So the different fonts and the different colours in the paper that the font's printed on. Yeah, so that's a gardening book with the Edith Holden picture in it. Obviously I will save that picture and cut the text from around it. Shall I do that now, so that I don't... There we go. Yeah, so that's 3 different texts we've got there. And then this is Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, and it's been coffee dyed a long time ago. Got a piece of the fairy poem book. Always lots of that kicking about, but again really white and shiny paper with a different font again. Part of a cookery book. Now that type is in a brown colour. Mostly it's black, isn't it, text, so that makes that different. Another scrap from a book from my English history book. Again, different font, different coloured paper. We all know what that is, don't we? That's a little bit of Edith Holden, so we'll try and put that in pride of place. Oh, that's another piece of the Scrooge book there. The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, I'll have to be careful that I don't... He does have some gruesome bits in his books, doesn't he? This is from a fairy book. This is from a stamp book. And I've got a little bit of my Shakespeare book that I haven't had out for ages. Do you remember? I used to see this all the time. I loved this at one point. So this is dictionary. And that's dictionary with blue writing on it. I think that's the same dictionary there, so we'll try and use those little bits up first. Okay, so I've got a good selection, and I'm going to use more book page that is kicking around and I'd like to use up. So that's bird book page, and I'm not overly keen. Something about those massive feet, do you see them? I mean, they're quite entertaining, but I don't think I'd want them in my journal. Yeah, so we'll stick something on him, and again from the same bird book, rivers, lakes, gravel pits and reservoirs. And yeah, the back of the Sherlock Holmes, one of the Sherlock Holmes pages. So we're going to use those 3 things and just collage some text onto them. So I don't mind 1 or 2 pieces square, so they're of a nice size and they're already square. And yeah, rather than having to rip too much up, they're not a bad size, are they? Now, do I want the great big P and the great big O? Okay, so I've torn them up, and I've been doing a bit of speed inking as well, so a bit of hit and miss. So I'm not trying to get every edge, but just a suggestion of discoloration around some of the pieces. Otherwise I would be here forever inking. Sometimes I sit and do it for pleasure, but I've not got these done, so yeah, the majority of them have got a bit of ink on here and there now. Okay, the majority, not all of them. So yeah, I was about to tear this up, which was attached to the back, that I said was book page in my little book page thing, and obviously I'd started to make something because I've got 3 pages glued together rather nicely. It's a bit of a flip flap. So yeah, whatever it is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a that looks nice on there, another little pile, another little basket of things that need finishing, because Tania at Tattytreasure is doing a Finish It Friday. I think she's just doing it for this month, I don't know, but I thought I could do with a couple of sessions of finishing things myself. So if I had a little box that they went in every now and then when I see her do it, so that way it will remind me that, oh yes, I need to do some Finish It programs. Okay, so I thought I might do 2 together, and I've just spotted I've been using my no, I cannot, Mod Podge, that's what I was trying to say. Right, this isn't actually Mod Podge, gosh that's wet. I wrapped my sponge in it because I didn't go down to clean it, to keep it damp. Now where am I going to put that while I use it? Oh, a bit of scrap paper there. You'll do, thank you. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to need some gluing sheets, aren't I? I might glue them off camera. Can you see there? It's very tiny writing, I'm sure you can't see it. If you zoom in to read it, then I can't be responsible for any rude words. Well, not rude words, but not very nice words that are in there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, because I've got this here, you know how I normally go over it with that purple glue stick that I'm using up. Well, seeing as this is here and open, so this is, it says tacky glue, but it's what I call white glue. I think it's PVA. It's yeah, a cheap one that I bought to try, and it's okay, but it's just white glue, it's nothing special. Yeah, so I thought, it's quite wet, look, it's making my paper bend. I thought rather than use the purple one today, I'll give it a real quick coat in this. I'll still be there we go. Wrap that up again now. I'll still be using my glue stick. Put the lid on that, because you know what we'll do with that. We meaning me. Oh yeah, you are sticky. I should have put some plastic down. Right, let's get some pieces down. So I thought I'd do two at once. Have I got a cloth now for rubbing? I know your tissue, and I'm using you. Got a bag full of them somewhere, but I have been using a lot this morning, I have to say. Ew, oh there's one, I spot one. I've got one. So yes, I'm hoping to just grab and stick on these 2. They're going to be very wet, aren't they? So I'm going to have to be careful with where I'm sticking them. And I want them at all kind of different angles, and I don't mind, you know, if they go over each other. So let's just grab, stick and put them down, and we can maybe have a little talk while we do it. That'll be nice, won't it? Don't think we've had a chat for a while. Not that I've got anything in particular in my mind to talk to you about, but we can always fall back on the weather if nothing else. So our Jubilee weekend or week celebrations are just about come to an end. I haven't we didn't have a street party or anything like that, and I think I told you Neil was working through it. He had a party at work, so yeah, all I've done is watch some of it on the TV. As you know, I'm not a great TV watcher, and there are 1 or 2 programs on at the moment that I'm into, so yeah, and I can only watch so much television, so I've not seen all of it, but I've seen a bit of it. It was interesting. So yeah, that's over. A lot of people back to work tomorrow, or today, because it's Monday, isn't it? Obviously I'm not filming it on Monday. And I don't know if schools are back, because normally this Monday would be bank holiday for us, but they gave us an extra bank holiday with it being the Queen's Jubilee. which was the Thursday, and then they brought the Monday bank holiday forward. It's complicated, isn't it? I suppose, so people could have a lot of time together. I'm just supposed to be picking, not picking, not choosing. Yeah, so they brought the Monday bank holiday forward to the Friday, so people had Thursday, Friday, and then, you know, those that had the weekend off had Saturday, Sunday, which has played havoc with my post office schedule between that and Neil's working, but never mind. Stop picking and just paste. What was I saying? Yeah, so it would normally be bank holiday Monday tomorrow, today to you, and it isn't. But Neil is still working Monday. Where shall we go there? And do her on a grid. Let's have some shapes going on. Yeah, and I have to say, you know, I'm in the new house. Considering it's been half term, I know I've been away for, well, nearly 4 of the 5 days, I guess, of the weekend. But yeah, it's been very quiet. Children wise, it's not been noisy, although somebody across the back from us, I can't really believe this, had a live band the day before we went away. That must have been last Saturday. It was a special day, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, a live band in the garden. Can you imagine how loud it was? I presume they'd had permission for it, because I don't think you're allowed to just do that. Gosh, it was loud. Now, thankfully, they were playing, you know, music from the Beatles and the Stones and the old stuff that that we don't mind, but still, it was loud. And they stopped at 11, so thank goodness for that. But yeah, apart from that, that's the only kind of inconvenience. It wasn't too bad, as long as they don't have one every Saturday or once a month or something like that. Oh, I actually like that bit better. Bit of Edith, let's have it in the middle. Now the thing is, I don't know which way up I'm going to use these boards yet, but I don't suppose it matters which way up it goes. It's beautiful, isn't it? Or maybe I'll hang on and come down there. Right, what have I got? I haven't got anything very yellowy in there. You're all going the same way though, aren't you? Let's have you across there. I've got to design it a little bit with it all being, you know, text in straight lines, as it were. So it's well, it's Sunday today and it's Dad's birthday, so it's been a bit of a sad day, really. I didn't go to the cemetery. I didn't want to. Just personal preference, you know. Everybody does it, deals with it in their own way, I guess. I'm okay. I just didn't want to, you know. Just didn't want to go. I go quite often and didn't want to. So maybe it's because Neil's not here. I don't know. He's my rock, bless him. But yeah, Mum doesn't mind. She's oops. She went with my sister and her husband, and I'm guessing Steve, my stepbrother, I'm guessing he went up with his family. We're just waiting for, or Mum's waiting for the headstone to be put on now. You have to wait a certain amount of time. It's a bit of a sad story, isn't it? So I'll move on, but yeah, so I've not done an awful lot, but you know, when you need to clear your head or just forget about the world for a while, your craft table is quite a good place to do it. So that's what I'm doing now, and as you know, a masterboard is a lovely way to craft and not think too much about it. So yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. I wasn't going to tell you that, so I don't know how I got there, never mind. Oh, and it's my sister's birthday in 2 days time. Maybe that's where I was going with it. So that'll be nice. Oh yeah, and mum, yeah, my sister brought mum to see me. That's probably where I was going with that one. So they've not long since left. And Diane's little doggy, I've told you about before, Tilly. She's an old doggy. She's decided, well, not recently, but she's decided that everywhere she visits she must have a treat, because she visits a lots of places and she's spoilt a lot. Did I have anything to treat her with? No. And was she happy? No. She was not. So yeah, she's ended up having a few cornflakes. Would you believe? Dry cornflakes, which when she finally got them, after telling me how unhappy she was about not having anything, yes, she was as happy as Larry. I'm going very much the same way with all these, aren't I? Yeah, so Tilly's been as well and had cornflakes. When I say we didn't have anything for her, she normally likes a bit, well, dog treats if you have them. Mum always has them in. I don't so much now. Not something I think about when I'm shopping, but you know, if the dog treats have run out, then she expects a biscuit, a human biscuit, you know, not made of humans, that humans would eat. Oh dear. Let's just get some bits on here and have a look what I'm doing. Save me digging in here all the time. These are all very different, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it was nice to see her. And actually when she turned up, there was a huge van. When my sister and brother turned up, there's a huge van across the road, and my sister and brother-in-law have well, we call it a van. It's a car, but it's something like a 9-seater or something like that. It's crazy. It's huge. Yeah, and there was a parked across from our drive, so they couldn't get in. A van. You're on tent hooks now, aren't you? A van. And I just looked out to see, thinking, why you across my drive? And it was a dog grooming van. And I thought, well, what a strange big van. Just a strange place to park. But then I noticed that looked like they had a hose pipe from the garden of the people opposite attached to the van, and electricity, you know, hooked up. So I'm guessing that's why they had to be there. So I'm guessing the dogs have like a mobile wash, but you provide the electricity and the water, I'm guessing. Yeah, so I said to Tilly would like to go in there, but she ignored me. If she knew what I was saying, the answer would have been no, though, because she won't go upstairs. It's never been a problem for us before, because I've never wondered about it before, because I've been in a bungalow for many years. The house before, the one we've just sold, was a bungalow as well, so it's the first time we've been in a house for a long time. So she went to the bottom of the stairs. I said to Diane, will she go up, because she's really old now, and we've got like twisty stairs, so they go so far up and then they twist round. A bit tricky to navigate sometimes. And she said, oh no, she won't. She'll look, but she won't go up, because that's where the bath lives. So that made me laugh. Nobody wants to go where the bath lives. Not when people put you in it and you don't want to go in it. Piece of Shakespeare, of course. Yep, so these are going fairly quickly. Of course, I'll do the same as always. You won't know it, but once I've done them, I shall stop and let them dry, and then we'll come back and use them. And I haven't got my phone in front of me, so I've no idea how long I've been filming, but I can check while they're drying. Right, what do I want? Oh yes, nice dark piece across there, definitely. So yeah, those papers, I didn't use many of them at all, did I? No, I know I've only done 2 small pieces, and I've got one more here to go at, which I will do while these are drying. But I still doubt very much. Got that that I will, oh yes, draw a fairy. I doubt very much I will use. Yeah. What is there? So I'll have to decide if they're going into the scraps or if I'm going to make another one. We'll see. Oh dear. Yeah, I picked my wet glue thing up then instead of me dry cloth. Okay, so I'll be with you in a second. So I've noticed that when I turn the camera off and put it on again, I go out of screen. So sorry that you only saw one of these being made and not the other one. Yeah, that's something that I've learnt now, and I'll just move you a bit more. Yeah, I'll be able to keep in mind for the future, because I realised once and then I forgot, but yeah, now it's happened twice. So you didn't get to see much of the masterboard being made, I'm sorry. I hope this little bit of the video will make up for it. So these are the finished pieces. It's the next day. So I left them to dry properly because what I did was I wanted them really, really well sealed down for what I'm going to do with them. So and the Mod Podge was here. So there's a bit there stuck up. Little devil. Might not be a problem. So I Mod Podged over the top. And there is a slight shine. It's not Mod Podge, it's white glue. It's white glue and water that I've mixed up. Slight shine to them, but they're well stuck down, as she says, apart from that one. Yeah, so it's the next day. I've let them dry completely, and yeah, I did use all the papers up, so I made another one as well. And as you can see, I've been cutting circles out of this one. This isn't what I intended to do. I just had a bit of a, you know how you do, a mad brain wave, as it were, and thought, oh, I wonder if, and where's my other one of these? Yeah, off I went. So what I did was stamped on the lovely coloured background. And I did it on this one because I knew it was a spare one. Yeah, that's going to fit nice, isn't it? And printed the images. Now they're going to look different again when scissors. When they're edged. Gosh, yeah, you can tell I've just turned the camera on again, can't you? Yeah, so when they're edged, they'll look, you know, inked around the edges. You're not going to fit in there anywhere. Let's have a look. It will just define the edges and they'll look even better. Might have to be my smaller one. Let's see. Oh, now the bit I've cut off. Oh no, it isn't. It's a circle. No, not quite. Not quite. I might need to cut some more off to get you in. Yeah, oh, little one. And then I got my, which I haven't done for a long time now. You see, I'm breaking some of them up now. This one hasn't had the extra coat of Mod Podge on the top either, because I was playing with this one while they were drying from the second coat. And there's those little mushrooms in there. Let's just tear them out. I might go in a smaller one, I don't know. Oh, don't get rid of that. That's going to be good stuff. Yeah, so then I got my shall we just ink round one to see? Excuse my arm. Everything's put back in its place again. I got my crayons and my paint sticks out and started colouring in because I couldn't help myself. Yeah, so if you made this board and all you wanted was embellishments out of it, aren't those gorgeous? Just gorgeous. So these are the ones that I've coloured in. Let's move those out of the way. I'm only showing you for inspiration. These are not what we're using for the project. So, oops. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that that's glittery. It's got, what's it got on it? No, what have I coloured it in with? Brush. I don't know what they're called. I still don't know what they're called. I used to. It's been a long time since I used them. So the Spectrum Noir, are they? I can't remember if they're brush sticks or not. So I've got two different ones. I've thousands of these from pre-junk journaling. These Spectrum Noir pens, colouring pens. I love them. So you've got like the thin tip end and like a chisel end on there. Fabulous for any kind of artwork, really. Not too expensive, reasonably expensive, but they last for ages, and I've got thousands of them. And then the other one I got, oh, so these are Winsor & Newton ones. These are brush markers. So I think they're more like a brush. I haven't used it on anything yet. Let's should it on the middle of there. Yeah, a little bit. So it's got a soft end in it, but the whole tip isn't soft. That's nearly all green, that, isn't it? And that, I think that's got a chisel in the end as well. But these are the ones, these are Spectrum Noir, but I don't know what they're called. But they are just brush, but they're glittery. You can see that's got glitter on it. I won't do it again. And it is practically a brush on the end there. They're gorgeous. Love those. So you do often see these so on eBay and places like that where people have bought them because they're really quite expensive, thinking they're going to use them on the colouring books and things. And yeah, and then sell them on. So I have had some like that as well, but I often buy them. The range often, or not recently, but often used to have them, if you're in the UK, used to have them on offer. So you buy them in sets, so there'd be lots of reds in one set, lots of blues in another. I'll show you the massive box one of these fine days. Yeah, but if you don't have those, you don't need those. These are coloured, oh, that one is. So that was this one. Just to show you, you know, you don't even have to be good at colouring in. All I did was ... on there. You can see I've had my hands in the pen box, can't you? Yeah, so ... and that's all it took. So you don't have to be perfect. These are just these ones, crayons. So just well, these are metallic ones. Now these metallic crayons I don't use very much because they've got a really soft nib and they go blunt ever so quick, and they're not very good for, you know, edge, you know, fine colouring, but the softness of them was perfect on here. I don't know how metallic they are, to be honest. Oh, a little bit, yeah, because it allows the so it doesn't go on really thick. It allows the book page to show through, which is what I wanted. You know, and they're good enough for the edges on here. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that they lovely. Really pleased with those. So I'll be doing hundreds more of those. And that was just to show you don't have to cut it in a circle. You can just cut round it. That one I still need to do. Now this, I just like the circles because it just defines them. Let's see if I've got a circle that'll fit it. If not, I'll just cut round that. I think this might be too bit too small. Might just get it in. Let's have a look. Oh dear. Well, I would lose a little bit of that one, but no, come out. No, I'd rather have it just as a tear around. I think it's just, as a circle you also get all the different text from behind it, whereas with a tear out you might not. I have managed, actually. I put it on like a junction. Yeah, I have managed to get 3 different in there, so that's, and of course you don't have to colour them in even. Just leave them as black on black, which is lovely. You could also, right, let me try not to throw my scraps away because I am going to use those. Not with you now, but you could also print in a different coloured ink. The only thing I would say is make sure you use an ink that doesn't, you know, the distress inks are no good. You don't want a permanent ink, so I used Stays On. Stays On's a good one. There's a few that don't, once they're dry, don't run when they get wet. Okay, so more fun than you can shake a stick at I've had with these. Okay, so I can't remember which 2 you saw now. I think I probably did those 2, although you didn't, did you? Just one of them was completely off camera. So there you go. They're lovely. They really are. I say that about everything, don't I? I think I'm just really at this moment into my crafting. Yeah, and everything I create I'm just thoroughly enjoying. I think that's probably what that's all about. So I'm going to put them onto here, and I don't know if you can see, you can't see up there, can you? I've brought out some of my big birds, my beautiful big birds, because they do, I know they fit on these craft envelopes. So these are just ordinary craft envelopes which will make nice, just get my ruler to tell you what size they are because I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, they make nice pages in the journal, you know, and you can open them up and make them into pockets and things like that. 13.5 centimetres, so it's just over 5 1/4 inches, and gosh, they're not very exact. So 7 3/4 inches just over 18.5 centimetres is what they are. And they're the ones that I buy at the works. Yeah, so I don't know, I thought I might just do 2, I don't know, they're gorgeous, but I've got to choose from the birds. Now I often, I think I've told you before, when I fussy cut my birds, I leave them, or lots of things, butterflies, I often leave a big white edge around them just to keep them neat, and then when I use them I go in and fussy cut them. But these, with the edge, I thought with the white edge around them, it just kind of gives them a bit of an outline on this book page, so that was another happy thing. I didn't have to cut them any further. So I don't know if I want to mat or if I want to completely cover, so I might do one of each. Just looking for me chopper board now. Yeah, it's another day, but I have to say I barely tidied up, so I still have everything everything out somewhere. So let's just try and get a nice straightish edge going on this, and then oh, it just fit, not quite. Let's just take a tiny bit off there. I love it when it fits in this lovely chopper, as you know. It's just so easy on my desk. That's it. Now we can straighten this a bit. So it's a little bit bendy, but not too. It's not too bad. It is quite thick, even though it's just got one layer of book page behind it, just because of the layers of text on top of each other, and then I've got three glue layers there. But obviously that will give it strength as well. Should we do them all while it's here, and then we can? No, we can't get rid of it because I'm going to use it to cut them to size. But let's just. Oh, you're bigger. You would be. Let's do these 2 then, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with that one. Might cut it, measure it. Oh, you're bigger as well. Oh, so that one was the smaller one, I see. Right, let's have a look roughly where we want to be. Yeah, so I can take a bit of a strip off. It's a shame, but it will go into the clusters box up there. Nothing gets thrown, unfortunately. I have done in the past. I've thrown things away. I thought, right, this is ridiculous. And if I put it in a bag on one side for somebody, I'm just going to grab it out again. So I'm going to throw. And I have had mad stints where I've thrown stuff away and regretted it sorely afterwards. Let's put that one on one side to start with. So, that makes it even worse. Crazy, I know, because, I haven't got a lack of stuff. Right, you're about straight as I don't know what. An olive tree. You're as straight as an olive tree. How did we manage that? We need one straight edge. That's looking better. Now, of course, we could cut it with crinkly scissors. That's not the official term. We could cut it with pinking shears, or what are they, decollage scissors. And this is where one of those Tim Holtz decollage trimmers would be nice. I'm just going to keep trimming until, I wonder if I can keep that little corner bit there. Yeah, it may be a bit wasteful, but it's the way I operate. Just keep trimming it until I get it where I want it. Yeah, I suppose it would have been easier to draw a line with a pencil. Shall I get a pencil out? Because I'm going to have to do the same thing down here now. So I am matting it, but barely. I just like that little bit, if we're going to the trouble of using the craft envelope. I wonder if that's in a straight line there. Let's just put a line both sides and see. Yeah, if we're going to the trouble of using a craft envelope, we might as well show it. Can I even see where I drew that line? It's the same weather as yesterday. It's raining. No, it's not. Yeah, it is raining. I'm not arguing with myself. I meant it wasn't on a straight line. Yeah, that'll make a nice cluster. Yeah, it's raining, it's dark and overcast, and it's not very pleasant. Not a pleasant sunny day to be out, so it looks like it's Neil's last day at work. before his couple of days off, so I'm going to make the most of it in the craft room today. I did get quite a few housework chores done yesterday, so it's not looking too bad down there. Apart from the obvious where we need decorating. Right, what am I going to glue that in with, You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to try some gold behind this one, which means I'm going to have to go and wash my fingers again, aren't I? But a little bit of scrap. Well, I could put it on one of those, couldn't I? Because it will make it more interesting. A teeny tiny bit. I always take way too much out and then I have to find things to smear it on. Make a nice clustery piece, isn't it? Right, let's try and do not so much. That's it, dip it on there. That's better. I think it's because it's dark when I put it on. I can't see it. I'm holding it away from myself quite a bit. And then later on it's like, wow, you did put a lot of gold on there. It's like anything else with use, I'm learning about it. That's better. That's it, I haven't wasted too much there at all. I don't want to make them all the same, so the other one I will just I'll give that a minute, and the other one I will. That's going to be pretty on something now, isn't it? But if I can just clean that finger on a wet wipe. Let's try it. Since I'm covered in ink anyway. Well, that's as good as anything. Have I got a dry one? Sorry. Gave you a bit of a wobble there. Yeah, just give that. It shouldn't take too long to dry actually. Just give it a minute or two, and I'll ink round one. I suppose we could cut the other one as well, and then it should be properly dry to use. So I thought I'd have some bits left from that. I haven't particularly, have I? No. Maybe if we measure this one better, I might have a better. I was just thinking if there were some small strips, I might be able to do some more of my little embellishments out of it. Yep, and oh well, it's going to be the same size as this, isn't it? So shall we use our brains? Right, I definitely want that to, what is it? So if I just do it a little bit bigger, shall I or shan't I? No, I shan't, because it might leave me with a couple of nice pieces to use there. I feel like I was in the middle of a sentence before I said that. It's gone, if I was. Yeah, I think I'll get some bits stamped on that, won't I? Or some circles cut out of it. I don't know if I want to stamp on them. Where was my line here? There. That one, no. But again, it'll make a nice page edge or something. You are a little bit bigger, so let's try on the envelope and see. Oh, you're not too wide. It just fits. So I'll have a little bit off this edge, I think. Yeah, it feels very that way on that one, doesn't it? Maybe I'll do one each way. I'll stick this one on first because it should be drier. Yeah. With something stuck on them, flowers or something. Yeah, I think I will let that go, otherwise I I'm never going to be able to move in this room. Right, this is going to need some good glue on it. I think I might Fabri-Tac it. I think what I need to do is get myself some more collage, because this would be the perfect project for collage. It's not too wet, but it grabs, and it's movable for big things. Yeah, definitely think. Yeah, so what did I say I was going to use? Fabri-Tac. It's pretty heavy duty. Okay. Lovely and quiet again. Must be strange for you, it being another day for me and the one video for you guys. Sometimes you just need that time to get a project dry or get some energy back even, to be fair. Yeah, an hour's video in one take is quite, oh, that's the bit that's got a bit stuck up. Yeah, it's quite wearing. It's like kind of being on stage for an hour. Piece of glue stuck on there, I don't know. It's yeah, you're not necessarily your best at the end of the video, whereas if you stop it halfway and go over to the next day, sometimes, not always, but sometimes you're re-energized. Right, that's it, I've got it off. It's like a ball of, I would say Fabri-Tac, but I don't use Fabri-Tac on it. Oh, I know, it'll be a glue stick ball maybe. I do use blobs of them, don't I? Actually, I'll stick them both down, or shall we do this one first? Are these birds going to go this way? Oh, they will. So, oh, we've got thunderclouds there. Let's have the bird that way. Which one? He's quite striking, isn't he? I rather like him. And yeah, I was thinking a label here. Although I did bring some lace. You a lacy kind of, some lace and a label. I rather like that, do you? It's just cut a piece. I don't know if lace stretches when you cut it, but, or am I just making excuses for my poor cutting? Let's look at some labels then. You as far up there as you can go, down there. I wonder if you should be stood on one. Let's see what we've got then. Can you see in there? Just roll my sleeves up. It definitely wants to be that way, doesn't it? That's quite nice. I think I'm going for the bluey grey ones because of the colours in him. I'm not, can you see he's got like a purpley hue, and then he's got some green. I hope you saw. Yeah, don't dislike that. I'll just have a real quick look, see if there's anything else that's grabbing me. Gosh. Yeah, I wondered about a number actually. That's nice, isn't it? Just because, you know, it's all text, so I didn't want anything text. Right, that just jumped out at me. Oops. So I'm not going to go around the bird, the white outline. I'm going to leave white. I'm going to. These I don't want any white bits on, so I'll quickly I'll put the lace on first, I think, because that's another little Fabri-Tac job, isn't it? And it doesn't have to be all fastened down as long as it's grabbed most of it. Not sure which is the right way. That's folded over. Don't know if there is a right way. Let's try and fold you back a bit. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit flappy at the end and I don't mind that. Again, you could hang something from that. So it might make a nice Happy Mail envelope, that. Right, I'm going to put this down. Chickened out now, done the easy bit. Oh, no glue paper. I've tidied something away then. Bear with me. Back to this book again. Oh, and have you seen my glue stick anywhere? It fell over. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure where that label's come from. It's nice. It could be a Tina. I think it probably is. Oh, stuck to it. Yeah, I think there's no end of things you can make with Masterboards. It's I wondered how long I'd go on with it. It's just a bit of inspiration. It really is just making your own paper, I guess, isn't it? Sort of, by using other people's. Where did we want you? Yeah, about there. About there. I'm kind of covering up a lot of the text. I want the text to be the star. It is kind of still on show under that lace, isn't it? And that one really stands out, that Edith. Like it. I won't say I love it. I gush too much. Gonna need that for the bird, Denise. Right, so here's the shiny book page, but I'm thinking I'm just going to use this. Oh, folded his claw over, because it does seem to be grabbing quite well at the minute, and if it comes up I can always go under the edges somewhere. Let's try it and see. I think it's the best. It's kind of a dry sort of a glue, if that makes sense, as opposed to, it doesn't wet your paper, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, whereas the wet glues do. And yeah, I think it's been wet enough, this paper, with its various, yeah, so I really have just left it rough cut round the edge, just got his shape, and I think that white works well, because it stands, you know, he stands out from the edge. Yeah, so I'm not going to do anything with the back because it's going into stash. I don't know if it's going, what we're going to do with it yet. So here we go, Mr. Gold. Right, don't throw your glue book away, Denise, because you're going to need it. And we're going to do it that way, I think, so it's the first thing you see rather than at the back of the journal. And who do we like on here? I love this blue one, but let's see what he looks like. He may not I think he does. What would have been nice around there would have been some blue metallic, wouldn't it, with him on it. So let's have a look at this guy, because there's gold and he's sort of a golden. Oh, I think this looks like a lady to me. We'll call this a ladybird. A female bird, not a ladybird. Which one do you like? I think I'm going to have to go with him. He's just a character, isn't he? He's cheeky. He's got his beak open and he's answering me back. Yeah, if we put some blue things around him, I think that might bring the blue out in him as well. So let's have a look what we've got. Blue or grey. There's a bigger one there. Oh, deeper one there. Can't see what I've got now. No. Green. No, there's no green on him. It's definitely a blue. I want a really bold blue. I love that number. Let's leave that out and see what happens. Now there's a nice blue stamp. Sort of faux stamp. Quite like that. Doesn't go with the number though. Let's see if we've got a... No. like that. I'll leave it out. You can see I was working hard to try and make it fit. Anything else? Anything else? Right. Let's have a little play with what we've got then. I'm like a child with a hand in the sweet jar. Just, you know, you've got to take your hand out, so just grab whatever you can before it's removed. Okay. I like that definitely, so let's choose a number. Let's go for a number. It looks a bit like a stamp in the corner, doesn't it? I love the shape of that one, but well, we can have too much blue, can't you? Yeah, I like that one. It's definitely appealing to me. I like this as well. You can't have it all, Denise. Let's just take that off and see how much I miss it. No, I miss it. There's just something about the blueness of it, isn't there? Now I've got these. I didn't have these when I cut this out, so did you do any good? Does it matter? Not really. Which way up you hold them, do you think? Oh, maybe. That's better. Oh, no, because that's how bizarre. Now, like I say, these were only £1, so they don't really owe me anything. And they work on a hit and miss kind of basis. It looks better than it did when it was straight anyway, just. Don't like those pointy corners, that's it. I'm wondering if I'd like something stamped on it to make it look proper like a stamp. Now, I have got from the lovely Carol. I was so excited when this came, and I was only thinking the other day I haven't used it an awful lot since. Oh, that'll be why I can't find it. Right, excuse me a moment. I hope that's not dazzling you. I know you're in here. There you are. These lovely postcard stamps. Oh, come out. I've got the Queen's head there, or somebody's head. No, it's not the Queen. That's a nice one. It would fit just inside it. Let's go with that. Where is my use stays on? I wonder if I had to stick it down first. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Then I've not got to touch it once I've stamped on it. Oh gosh, another glue stick nearly empty. Oh, bird's starting to sing. Does that mean the rain stopped? Right, is that the right way up? I can't tell. No, I don't think it was. That's the number 2. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice in that. Let's give it a go and see. I'll stamp it on a piece of that. Oops. Don't think I've got a piece that I haven't got. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. I stuck it in the gold. Let's try it on there then. It's like a lot of new stamps, it's very sticky. The pad itself is very sticky. They're like that when they're new, right? Well, if it's smudged, we'll say it's old. Oh yeah, it's left a little bit in the middle. I like it though. It's a bit nicer than pristine. I know you think I might be just saying that now, but I'm not. It is nicer when it's not, you know, when it's distressed. That's what we do. I was looking for a wet cloth for that, but I couldn't find one, so dry one. I'll leave it there and put it away with all the other thousands of things I've got out. In a minute, while this is uploading. Okay, yeah, time's ticking on. So do we like that at an angle, or do we like it straight? Do we like it down there? I like it up there and I like it straight. That was very decisive of me, wasn't it? Oh, I didn't ink round it. Did it need it? No, I think I've cut it out pretty well. Luckily. Okay, number 225, a cheeky bluebird. Right, what did I put that on with glue? Glue stick? No, I didn't. I put it on with... I hadn't even put this on. That's what I was thinking about. Shouldn't I put that on first? Oh dear, that's the door. Oh yes, it was a postman. Of course it was. Right, so I was just about to stick that down as I left you, so before I put the camera on again, I stuck it on just to save a bit of time, because I've decided I'd like to make something quickly with one of these, just to show you what I've made with all the Masterboard. Gosh, another missing word from my brain. Yeah, so I can show you all the ideas that I had with this particular Masterboard in use. Okay, there's Mr. Blue. Now I feel he doesn't need anything behind him particularly, because I have left him on the branch completely, so he is actually sitting on a branch there, and it disappears behind him, so you don't know where it's coming from. It's coming out between the papers. Okay, so yeah, that I'm really pleased with those. So I didn't put lace on that one. I don't think it needed it. That one, I think it's just lightening him, because he's quite dark, isn't it? Lightening him up a bit. Yeah, I'll try and remember this time to put photographs. I've forgotten again, haven't I, just recently, not putting photographs on the end, so I'll try and remember to do that. Right, I just want to use a couple of these bits up just to show you some ideas. So this is just a scrappy bit we had left. Have we got... Just seeing if I've got some fancy scissors here. Just bear with me a tick. Oh, what shape are you? Oh yeah, you're quite... Just to give it a little bit more of something. Bit of a fancy edge. Oh, not all of it, just the two edges like that. Now this is a little bit of inspiration from Ali, I think, at Crafty Ali Creates, because she was using up scraps. She's doing a series using up scraps, and she was just layering. Some of them need to be bigger than others. Layering bits of her scrap papers up and putting embellishments on them. Does that need to be on the outside of that, do you think? And then putting a bit of book page on. I don't really know where I'm going with it. That is another unstraight cut. It doesn't have to be very straight, but you don't want to feel drunk when you're looking at it, do you? Right, let's have them the right way up. I wonder if that needs to be smaller as well. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? So it all fits on that. So it's just like a page embellishment, or a yeah, you know, an embellishment for a piece of ephemera down there like that, and then perhaps something circular on it. Again, I've got a piece I'm keeping, I'm not throwing away. Let's fabric tack it for speed. Do it on here. Come on. Oh, that's pretty as well. Butterflies on the back. So we just had that one inside, didn't we? It's very not straight, but that's going to hide it up there. And I just want some little embellishment to go on the front, so a butterfly or a flower or whatever. Now if they were all strips and one of them wasn't that book page, I could put one of these on, couldn't I? But they are. So let's just grab a, whatever's the nearest thing, a butterfly. Oops, a nice bright one. Yep, that will do nicely. And there's a something for stash, a page or a ephemera embellishment. Put a lot of glue tack on there. Glue tack, fabric tack, fabric tack glue. Yep, so that'll go on an envelope, go on a pocket, just go on the page itself. Could go on the front of a mini album, a mini journal. So that's just using up the extra bits, so don't throw any of them away. Then I've got this tag here, which is from Tania's shop at Tattytreasure, and a little bit of not tore very straight, didn't it? A little piece of scrap paper out of my scrap box. And there, do we think? I was just thinking about putting one of these on. Not sure I like that piece. Let's go with try with the purple. Whoops. Got all the splatters on it. Oh, it's not going to be anything left of it by the time I get it to fit. Yep, that's better. I think I might need some stamping on the top. I actually saw my script stamp, so that was lucky. Lucky it was there. Ooh, don't do it on your desk, Denise. It's dirty enough. Let's just have a bit up there and then some there. I think that's enough. Get rid of all the bits. They're lovely, these craft tags, when you just want to make something quick. They're a brilliant thing to have in your stash. Right, so I'm wondering about the black and white. There's a bit more of you off there. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's what I was after. Let's have that gluey page back. And then, yeah, so you could use your little teeny tiny scraps of paper on these, collage in these, so it's quite nice on the back, that paper. What am I doing? These little tags. Again, some gold splatters would be nice on it. Which one was we going for? The black and white one, wasn't we? Up there. Yeah, still feel we're a bit bare up there now. What about a word? And obviously I'm rushing it a little bit, aren't I? There. Ooh. See what jumps out when I just stick my fingers in. Oh, lots of big ones. Field notes, friendships, ideas, things to do. Don't know why that's stuck on the back of there. I must have made it for something and then not used it, but make it a bit smaller. I knew it would come in when I threw it in there, obviously. Yeah, so we're going with a black theme, black print. Yeah, lovely. And like I say, I think some gold splatters on there and it would do. Yeah, as quick as that. Lid. There you are. Okay. So thank you so much for spending that time with me. Like I say, I'm sorry you didn't see all the collage in the middle of the video there. But yeah, I've learnt. I've learnt about it, so that should not happen again. Let me know if you make any of these lovely little things. So they're just circles I cut out of it. Where were all the others here? And I'll put some photographs up and show you. But yeah, as always, I've had great fun making them, and I'd love to know, yeah, your thoughts. Are you going to make some? Do you like what I made? Have you got any ideas? Okay, have a lovely day, and yeah, pop back and see me tomorrow. It's the Tattytreasure and Friends Facebook group challenge. Bye for now.